Hi people, welcome back to these electric lifestyles of me and my family. I'm going to do a quick one now purely to update on the ownership of this i3. I've been asked by a few on the comments section and emails, could I go a bit deeper in what I did last time and bring up a few things that I missed on the first review. If you've not watched that, by the way, it is on the channel, check it out. i3 review that I did around, oh wow, got to be 2 months ago now, nearly, maybe even 3 months. Time flies when you're enjoying yourself. So yeah, I'm just going to rock and roll out and run an errand and keep the camera flowing while I'm doing that, and then I'll be back and we'll cover some stuff I didn't cover before. Right, seatbelt on, got to keep it legal, as you well know. I'm all for keeping things legal. I bought these things here as an accessory. I will mention this actually. Let me just pull one out here. Quite zimmy looking, very shiny BMW extensions. They're not a licensed product, don't get me wrong. But the idea is that that clips in there, which it did for the first time in a long time. And then that goes into your normal buckle, which is fine. Just gives you that extra inch and a half where you're not struggling to get down to the unit. There you go, it's worked this time. But they are sometimes a real pain in the backside. But anyway, let's proceed with this errand I have to run. Catch you later. Before anyone says that yes, I'm looking to my left and it's dangerous, it's no worse looking to my left there than it is looking to my left there out the screen. So don't have a go at me. Be kind, be humble. Anyway, 8.5 months down the line now, nearly 9 months since I've had this i3, and again another 10 weeks since I did that first review. I haven't got a problem at all with this car. Still finding it great to drive. Bit of road noise coming from them front tyres now, because I believe the front tyres are ready for renew, which I'm going to be doing in the next couple of weeks. And what I do when I go over, I will do a bit of a road trip over to where I'm going to get them done. It's an ex-colleague of mine, a friend. He runs a garage, mechanic shop, whatever you want to call it, MOT testing station. I will say that I haven't thought of actually moving this on yet, selling it, whatever. My plans still are the same as they were, and that is that I'm going to keep this i3 for maybe another year. By then it'll have 45,000 on the clock, maybe something of that range. It'll be fully serviced, very well looked after, and up for sale. And then hopefully, no disrespect to the i3, would I have another one? Would I buy? This is a question. Would I buy another i3? Yeah, probably would, if they did a bigger battery pack than the 120 amp hour. If they did an i3 with a guaranteed 200 mile in the winter and around 250 in the summer of range, because of the speed of this thing and the, you know, the sharpness and everything else that goes with ownership of an i3, yes, I would have another. But because it's only a 120 amp hour battery pack without the Rex, that's not enough for me. Okay, I've heard stories that people are getting, you know, in the summer they can get nearly 200 mile. Well, my aim is to get 200 miles out of my next car, electric car, my next EV. I'm not going back to fossil fuel, unless of course it's a little old classic or a weekend toy or something. But on a day-to-day basis and everyday use and going away on holidays and road trips, it has to be an EV. It can't be one of these TDI Volkswagen Golf things I've got in front of me here. Just does nothing for me whatsoever. In fact, I do feel now that diesel should be brought forward to 2025 to start phasing them out, not 2030. And diesel sales of fuel should be stopped as well by about 2025. That would, you know, to non-commercial. In other words, I'm on about private cars here. Private car. Why do you need a diesel engine in this day and age as personal transportation? You don't. There is some excellent EVs already out there, and in another 4 years there's going to be even more. So you don't need a polluting diesel car. Why is anybody buying a diesel in 2021? I don't get it. I don't get it. A few have come back to me and said they bought a diesel because they tow a large travel trailer, whatever, or they need it for commercial use. That I will let slip for the time being, but I won't let slip if they're using a big old smoky diesel for just taking the kids to school, do the shopping run, all that kind of side. It does not make any sense whatsoever. So come on people, get on the EV wagon, join the people with smiles on the faces. Instead of paying out hundreds of pounds, thousands of pounds a year on fuel, enjoy the EV, come on board. It looks dark and miserable today. It's forecast heavy rain this afternoon, high winds. I'm going out for a meal with family, outside my house, not inside. Marquee, semi outside, semi in. COVID thing, don't forget. So yeah, I'm going to go back home now and we will get on with this last bit of this small review. I'll show you more of those belt buckle extension things and the trouble I have with them as well, and there's one or two more accessories that I'll push in and do it as a complete video. These things, lovely finish, made quite well actually. They do kind of suit the vehicle. They look good when they're in the car. Would I buy them again? Possibly not. I mean, as you can kind of see there, some of the silver's coming off already, the chrome finish is coming off already where it's been going in and out the seat belt. So as one of my add-ons to my 12 things you should buy for your i3, in fact it was 13 on the video when it finished up, this would be my 14th. If I'd have done it then, would I recommend it then? Yes, I probably would. Would I recommend them now? I don't know. I know my wife gets really fed up with the things. And let me just back off here a moment and I'll show you what I mean. Here is the seat belt normally, okay? And it's obviously a bit tight down there with this center console. It does get in the way. And if you've got to do this every time to get to your belt, it's a pain. So we bought these thinking that, see, that clipped in fine that time. Now, you get a habit of just doing it that, and it don't go in, look. It don't go in. Now that works. So 1 out of every 3 times it will not go in. Look, didn't go in then. When in that time. Now how sturdy they are and how good they are regarding safety is another issue. Possibly not the greatest things. But hey ho. And you get into the habit of pressing this red thing all the time, yeah, to get out. So that stays in your seatbelt, which is very annoying because it smashes on the steering wheel as you're taking your seatbelt off and everything. So you've got to remember to press that button to take that out. You know, take the seatbelt out of here and leave that in there. Whereas if you do that, that whole thing comes out with the belt. So they are very, look, you see, look at this. How many times is that? They're very, very annoying. But hey ho, they might have to come out. I've not decided yet. The other thing I asked for was this simple thing here. This is just a universal phone holder you can get from anywhere. eBay, £6 or less, about £8 delivered. It does fit pretty good in there, I must admit. They are made for these round cup holders. So yeah, well recommend that. It's not broke or anything since. It's got the bottom pieces that you pull out as well, so your phone can sit on the bottom sections, and it's sprung based. Typical of it, but it's the right colour for this car because it kind of goes with the blue. So eBay, £6 to £8. Alrighty. Okay, someone asked me regarding the back seats and how they fold down. Very, very simple. You have actually got a tag here. Now there's one this side and one that side, trunk, boot, space, whatever you want to call it, side. So you can pull, and it just generally just lets go of the clip, as you can see there, like I'm pulling. And then the idea is you just pull them down. Now obviously you need 2 hands, one hand to pull that and one hand to pull the back down. Let me just explain that to you. This is probably better shown around the back, so I've come around the back now into the trunk itself. This is the one that's a bit of a bugger to get to, excuse my language. You just pull that. Same principle, it just works on a pull lever. And the idea is that if you've got 2 hands, which I'm struggling to get past the camera, so bear with me, that. Now it can go into this level here, which is a first level of lock. What that does, it just basically straightens your seats up more. Let me just show you that. And the idea being, it leaves it straight. A bit awkward for the person sitting in there, but it does give you some more trunk space. So well worth doing if you've got something that's a bit big in the trunk. And you can see the difference it makes by coming around this side and showing you the step in the seat. So yeah, fair bit. You can still sit in that comfortably for a short journey. And that's that one. That's stage one. And stage two basically is exactly, the same principle. Pull the tag with your fingers and just push down. There's one, and I'll do the same across. In this one, it's down there. Look, as you can see it. You pull the tag. Let me put that camera down and push. And once you pulled it, there you go. So that's the kind of space you've got. I'm not going to take this out because it's obvious. You can see how much space you've got. And there you go. That's simply putting the back seats down. So it's a fair bit there. We had 2 fold-away bikes in that yesterday, which I'm going to do a review on sometime. But yeah, and then simply just to put them back up, all you do, make sure you got your seatbelt out of the way because I'm just about to trap that one, which is a bit of a pain. And then just push it back. And you'll find that it'll go back into this position first. Whereas if you pull on the lever and give it a push, it'll fall back into the correct position. Same on that side, and it back, and you can hear it clicking when it does it. So that's how to put the seats back in the kind of space you'll have. These seats, don't forget, will go forward, a fair bit still. There's still a fair bit of foot space. So yeah, I've been pleased with it. Like I say, I've never been short of a bit of space in the back of this so far. So that's how to put the back seats down and how to put them up. Well, just to finish this one up, it was only going to be a quick 10-minute one. A couple of things that I've added to those 12 off things for your i3. It's a great one to watch if you've got an i3. There's some good stuff on there. There's a few cheesy ones, but overall it's a great video. Well watched by a lot of people, by a lot of owners. Good reviews back off it. So watch that one. It is on my channel. You'll see that. 12 things to add to your i3. Also, the i3 review, which I started this for, was to show the back seats and how they went down. Very simplistic. And I've also dropped in, as you know, as you've seen, a couple of extra goodies which I got asked about. Hope it's been helpful for you. It's absolutely peeing it down outside. One of the coldest May the 3rds I can ever remember. I think this time last year, it was around 22, 23 degrees. Today it's popped up at about 6. High winds. And it's rained all day. Not a great day, folks. Happy days, thank you. Please, please, please give me a thumbs up on the site. Hit that like button. And also, obviously, subscribe. Subscribers are going up and up and up all the time, which is great news. And my views are going up and up all the time, which is also great news. And thank you, thank you, thank you if you've already subscribed. And there's plenty more content to come. So enjoy what's left of your bank holiday weekend, as we call it here in the UK. And to any of my friends in the US and the rest of the world who've had to work today, I'm sorry, but in the UK we've had a day off. Happy days. Speak to you later.